This is the J&J Residence in Chandler, one of the suburbs on the outskirts of Brisbane. Chandler is a suburb that has changed quite a lot over the last 5 or so years. It's been transitioning from acreage into being a suburb where there are quite large houses on large blocks of land. The southern elevation that you see as part of your arrival is modelled on the idea that the house has kind of emerged from an eroded hillside, using windows that span across the 2 floors to try to make that elevation as if it's a series of eroded fingers of stone coming up out of the hill. You're then funneled into a fairly low front door until you're then released into a double height entry space. Through the compression of low spaces, you can really appreciate how tall the other spaces are. From that entry, you then have the first glimpse of the rammed earth wall. The way that the plan is organised is through this element of the rammed earth. It's something that you're always with, something that you pass through, and something that creates the main atmosphere and, I guess, ornamentation in the house. We've tried to take the rammed earth and make it a slightly abstract material and give it the qualities that might look a little bit more like stone. The colour that we've used was the same colour as the earth on the site, but also ties in with the travertine and the marble. I guess what we were hoping was it was a more modern interpretation for what a rammed earth house might look like. We were fairly keen to produce a house that was sustainable and very energy efficient, but didn't really look like it. It's got a lot of passive design features, and then even on top of that, some activated systems that make the house extremely energy efficient. The main system that we have is called activated thermal mass. During the day in winter, for example, heat is collected in the roof space and pumped down inside the rammed earth to slowly warm up that wall during the day using the heat from the sun. And in summer, it does a similar thing. Cool air is sucked in through the rammed earth wall, pulling out the heat from the day before. One of the things that we might not have expected at the beginning is the character that the rammed earth does give to the interior. You really notice the changes throughout the day with the light. The rammed earth absorbs light rather than reflecting light, so it tends to change quite a lot. Most of the materials that we've used here are fairly natural. There's a lot of spotted gum being used as a finishing timber and for timber floors. We've got natural stones, and we use Viridian Energy Tech grey glass, which is very energy efficient. It cuts out a lot of the glare when you're looking outside. It's quite reflective. That helped not only from the thermal point of view, but also from an aesthetic point of view, helps break up the parts of the building that are solid versus the parts that are transparent. What I'm most proud of about this project is it was our first project as Hogg and Lamb. To be able to deliver this house as our first project, I'm pretty proud of. It all came together really well, and they still invite us around for dinner, so I'm pretty happy. It's been about as good as an experience as you could hope for.